welcome back to Fighting 50. Today is Menopause Monday, so we're going to be discussing a topic about menopause. And today's topic is going to be memory loss, memory problems, brain fog, forgetfulness, being a little bit confused, those kind of things that happen to us when we start hitting premenopause and menopause. So different women are going to feel different levels of this, and also at different stages of the change of life. A lot of times you don't really know the difference between like, oh, is this just typical aging, or is this being caused by hormonal imbalances? Let me please begin with doing my disclaimer. I am not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I'm not giving medical advice whatsoever. If you have any type of medical condition, please seek medical professional advice. This is not professional medical advice, not advice or anything like that. So that's out of the way. Now I forgot my train of thought. I wonder what that could be. A lot of women think that menopause begins like when you're way later in life. These symptoms can start as early as your mid-30s. The reason is basically your estrogen starts to go downhill, or your body's not producing as much estrogen as it used to. You could get a lot of different symptoms. They cause a lot of distress. You definitely want to go get full exam, rule out a lot of things like Alzheimer's, dementia, anything that could be causing severe memory loss, or they also begin slowly. So you don't just wake up one day and you have dementia. It's a slow process. So you want to rule that out and make sure that's not what's going on before you just assume that it's menopause. Now, if that's ruled out and that's not the issue, God willing, then it could quite possibly be that you're starting to go into premenopause. When you start being forgetful, you forget people's names, or it just takes longer to get a sentence out, you seem a little bit confused, off, like you feel like you're groggy, like you haven't had your coffee, but you have. So for me, I started to feel little by little like more forgetful. I started to feel like I couldn't really articulate my sentences like I used to be able to. I would forget certain words, and it started to make me feel insecure. So then it kind of made the problem a little bit worse because you feel like you're not yourself. So I think the hardest part about menopause and premenopause for myself is that you start to feel like you're losing yourself, your personality, who you are. Like everything starts changing, and it starts little by little, but then it becomes really rapid. Puts you in a funk because you're not feeling yourself in so many different ways. And memory loss or being forgetful, that's so associated with old age and being old. And you start feeling like, oh my goodness, is this just old age? Am I really I'm in my 50s? How can I shouldn't be going through this. Like you don't feel like your age and your mind and your body are like they're all working against each other somehow, and you don't understand why. The fact that your body is making less estrogen is literally doing all of these things to you. How do you fix that? How do you remedy that? Like there's only, you feel like, okay, okay, this is just part of life and I'm just gonna have to deal with this. Like, I don't know, it's really sad because you feel like you're kind of hopeless and you don't really have resources, but that's not true, because you do have resources, and there are things you could do both naturally and medically if you want to go that route, to start including hormone replacement therapy. To be on hormone replacement therapy, you should be 12 months without a period, so you're officially in, you know, you're done with menopause or whatnot, but it feels like you're never done with menopause. For me, it's been my top 10 worst symptoms of menopause, with lack of sleep being number one. That's definitely the worst symptom, and it obviously contributes to your memory loss, because if you're not sleeping, your brain is not functioning properly during the day, you're more forgetful. So trying to remedy that is going to help in so many other aspects of menopause. So for me, I feel like I want to do the natural route first, and if it becomes completely unmanageable and I just can't handle it any longer, then I might consider going for hormone replacement therapy. But as of right now, I'm basically suffering through it. And when I say suffering, I'm not exaggerating. It's you're suffering. You are suffering every single day that you go through menopause. Men don't understand that. Other people in your family may not understand it, but I understand it. Trust me. I understand it, and it's valid. It's real. It's true. You are going through a really intense thing, and if other people don't validate that, that's too bad for them. You're not going crazy. This is really happening. These intense feelings are real, and honestly, this community is here, and hoping that other women will comment and talk, and I could like communicate with you guys, and we could just build a community, a sisterhood of people going through the same thing and who want to discuss it and who want to share tips and knowledge that they have, because that's what it's all about, learning, right? We need to learn how to cope with these things and how to get through them together. And I feel like it's just, that's just so important. So for me, here's what I've been trying to do, and the tips that I feel like you should try, and hopefully they'll help you. These tips are all about trying to balance your hormones with the foods you eat and a healthier lifestyle. Brown rice has a lot of B vitamins, which is really, really crucial for this stage in your life. So I try to incorporate brown rice into organic brown rice. Protein in every meal. Protein, you just don't understand how important it is in this stage of your life for so many different reasons. Chicken is amazing, organic, try to do organic, because you don't want those hormones and steroids and all that inside of your food. That's going to just kind of negate the whole thing you're trying to do. So if you can, go for the organic farm-raised chicken. It helps produce the serotonin. It helps calm you. There's a lot of benefits to eating the organic chicken. Again, organic yogurt, sweet potato yams, and eggs. So many wonderful things. Fatty fish. You really, really want to try to incorporate fatty fish in olive oil, avocados, walnuts. Basically, you're going to try to incorporate a really healthy diet. So I'm trying to give you as much information as I can in short little videos, so they're not too long and daunting, which makes it more difficult, because I want to go over each one of these food groups and why they're so important. So basically, I'm going to link a blog down below, and if you want to read more about why each one of these foods are so important and can help relieve some of the symptoms, you could check that out. I'll leave it below. You're going to want to include regular exercise, because it brings the circulation. You're getting more oxygen to your brain, and you're helping create muscle, you're helping create more, you're keeping your bones strong. Osteoporosis is such a debilitating problem to have. If you don't take care of yourself right now in your 40s and 50s, you're going to pay the price in your 60s and 70s. So if your goal is to have a long, healthy life and you want to be healthy, then you need to start right now doing the things that are going to actually matter. And I know that people get sick and tired when they have a problem to hear, oh, eat healthy, drink a lot of water, sleep, blah, 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 blah. Like, that's like, you're just like, oh, please, like, give me a real solution. That is the real solution. That's the solution. But the reason people don't want to hear that is because we live in a world that we get instant fix and instant satisfaction and instant relief. Oh, I have a headache, take Tylenol, instantly gone. You don't have to deal with it. But unfortunately, there is a solution, hormone replacement therapy, but you can't get that until you're 12 months in. So for one full year, you're really suffering, and then you have to deal with all the side effects to that, when you could just try possibly to really do this for yourself. You have to raise kids or take care of a husband, or you have just dedicated your life to your work. You have done so much in your lifetime for everybody around you. Now you need to just take the time for yourself. And it's hard because we're not used to it. Women are not used to stopping and taking time for ourselves. But you have to do this, because if you do it, you're going to benefit. Finally, after all these years of taking care of everybody around you, you're going to stop for a minute and take care of yourself. And it's hard because you're not programmed to do that, or you're not taught to do that. We're taught to take care of others, and that's great, and it brings me so much joy, and I wouldn't trade that for anything. I love that. I love that about me, and I love that about other women. I love to be nurturing, and I love to do that. It brings me real peace and joy, but I also need to do that for me, and that's the part that I didn't realize. You need to do that for yourself also, because the more you do that for yourself, the more you could do it for others around you. And you know, sometimes it's time for the people around you to help a little bit, to back off a little bit, to not expect so much from you. You haven't slept for like 3 weeks. So they need to just calm down and do for themselves. So the things that could help reduce your brain fog, your forgetfulness: exercise every day, at least for half an hour. You're going to drink plenty of water, keep yourself hydrated. That helps memory so much. Try to avoid refined sugars, excess carbs, things that are not nutrient dense, things that are just empty calories. Get them out the door. Try to pray and meditate, do something to relieve your stress, whatever it may be for you. For me, it's prayer. I'm really putting myself in God's hands. You want to consume a lot of healthy fat, like avocado, olive oil. Avoid a lot of coffee, maybe switch to green tea if you can. You need to take care of yourself. Link my blog, link my Instagram, Twitter. I would love to talk. If you have any questions, if you just want to be a friend, leave a comment, let's talk. And subscribe if you like. If you like my videos, subscribe. I'd love to have that. Turn on the notifications if you want to know when I'm going to post. I post almost every day, different topics. I'm fighting 50, you guys. I'm fighting it all the way. And I'm trying to stay healthy and strong. That includes mentally. So having friends is always help in that department. So if you want to be my friend, I would love it. Otherwise, I hope this was helpful. I hope to see you back again. Thanks. Bye.